We're talking about what you're talking about.
Thrown under the bus.
No. Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I'm not okay with that.
It sounded good when I thought.
Log on and join our live conversation.
Yes, I don't like that.
You're 100% right.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It is Wednesday, May 8th. We are live, and we are talking about what you're talking about right now. I'm here with Stephanie, Brandon, and I am Sam. Tori is on assignment. Let's get started. Well, another deadly school shooting here in the Denver area, close to our studio. One student is dead and 8 others were injured at a charter school in Highlands Ranch, just 7 miles from Columbine, the site of another deadly shooting 20 years ago. The family of this boy, 18-year-old Kendrick Castillo, confirmed his death to NBC News. He was scheduled to graduate in just 3 days. A witness says he stormed one of the shooters' watch.
The next thing I know, he's pulling a gun and he's telling nobody to move. And that's when Kendrick lunged at him and he shot Kendrick, giving all of us enough time to get underneath our desks, to get ourselves safe and to run across the room to escape. I want to thank Brendan Bailey, Jackson Gregory, and Lucas Albertoni to be some of the kids that were brave enough to bring him down so that all of us could escape and all of us could be reunited with our families.
Police have 2 suspects in custody, an 18-year-old male who we are not choosing to name, and another juvenile female. They were armed with at least 2 handguns, according to authorities. Police were very quick to respond to the shooting, arriving just 2 minutes after getting the call. Investigators searched a home last night and a vehicle found in the school parking lot, which reportedly had the words F Society written on it. Hundreds of parents flooded a nearby recreation center to reunite with their children.
Yep.
I can't.
Some of them were, it says some of them were as young as kindergarten, which is far too young.
This is a K through 12 school. Here we go again. This is so close to our studio. Colorado has dealt with a lot of mass shootings, from Columbine to Aurora to the scare with that lady that we covered a couple weeks ago to this. And I know a lot of you feel as helpless and hopeless as I do. But we can't live in fear. And I'm telling myself this because it's the only thing that allows me to not freak out, considering that I have a 2-year-old and I want to send her to school one day. But we've done it before in this country. Look what we've done with the civil rights movement. Look what we've done. We gotta remain hopeful here. We've got to, but we also have to take action.
Absolutely, we have to remain hopeful. But here we go. Here goes the cycle all over again.
I know.
And it's AEA, anger, empathy, and then we search for answers. But we
and
don't
action,
get
I hope.
action.
Can we supplement answers with action?
Hopefully one day we can add an extra A to that, Sam, because right now it seems like our students and our victims are more courageous than our lawmakers.
Amen,
It seems like they're going after the gunmen, but our politicians and our lawmakers won't go after the people who are manufacturing the guns. So it's okay for you to sit there and cry, Sam. It's okay for you to be upset. It's okay for people like me to be angry. But we also have to keep that hope. We have to keep that hope. We absolutely
I don't see how, I'll be honest, I don't see how there is any hope. How many times do we have the same conversation? It's to the point where it's almost like a daily topic for us.
Yeah.
And for you, it must feel so foreign, and I don't mean that because you're from London, but in the reality of this is such a non-normal for you.
It's actually to the point where I get so upset by it. I can't talk about it because it just causes me a lot of stress. And I just think it makes me think there's no future, long-term future for me in America, because I just would not want to raise children here. And I don't think it's a safe place. I think a lot of it comes down to obviously money and politics, and I think at what point are your government going to step in and actually do something? How many innocent lives need to be lost? It should have only happened one time. I just can't understand the mentality of it.
I will say, though, everyone is fed up. This has now become a bipartisan issue where I see everyone fed up because we are so close to the shooting. I have to share this story. Yesterday, I was getting my nails done, which seems so trivial, I know, but it was right when the shooting took place, and they have TVs all around the nail salon, and as soon as that headline came up, because the volume wasn't on, Denver area, shots fired, school on lockdown, there is multiple mothers around me that got up and said, turn on the volume, because they didn't know if it was their child in school. And that's the reality. Like, my heart broke. There's actually a picture of all the parents all in one room. If we can look at that picture, because this just gives you a reality of all the parents waiting to find out if their child was one of the 8 injured, if their child was the one that, God forbid, was a Kendrick Castillo, who is a hero, who his father describes as a lover of life, a lover of fishing, a lover of robotics. He was going to be a mechanical and electrical engineer. And his poor father said to the local news affiliate, quote, "I wish he had gone and hid." This is his only child. But he says, but that's not his character. His character is about protecting people and helping people. And we salute you. I'm so sorry, Kendrick, that you had to lose your life so senselessly, but you saved countless other lives.
And those parents, Kendrick, his parents, they deserve accountability, because we want someone accountable for these actions. Yesterday we did the story about the bartender who overserved someone, and that person killed 8 people. The bartender's being charged. We talking about radicalism, extremism. We want to charge the people who are fueling that extremism. Who are we going to hold accountable for teenage privilege? Because this is exactly what this is.
But let's just
teenage privilege.
I agree. Let's just remember that, as hopeless and helpless as we all feel right now, we all have that right, that there are so many individuals right now that's led by the youth. Our youth is incredible.
Yes, they are.
That I believe that we will get there. I believe that we will handle this, and we will be the nation that we are all proud of again. Not to sound unpatriotic, but I think that we can do better, and I think we will do better. All right, we do want to hear from our DBL Nation, especially those in Denver. We know that this is close to home for all of you. Despite where you are, we all feel it.
Absolutely.
We're going to switch gears here. It is a hard switch, but we do want to share some uplifting news, because what better to talk about, like, the miracle of a baby, right? And I know it's the royal baby, but yeah, it's the cycle of life. And let's give you guys some additional news stories that will hopefully brighten your day. The royal baby is making his big debut. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry introduced the world to their newborn son at St. George's Hall to Windsor Castle today, just 2 days after his birth. And the pair talked about what it's like to be new parents.
It's magic. It's pretty amazing, and I mean, I have the 2 best guys in the world, so I'm really happy. He has the sweetest temperament. He's really calm, and
he gets that far.
and he's just been the dream. So it's been a special couple days.
We're just so thrilled to have our own little bundle of joy, and be able to spend some precious times with him as he slowly starts to grow up.
Wow, and we finally have the baby's name. The Duke and Duchess posted this photo to Instagram, writing that they've named their firstborn Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. So we got to go to our resident Brit.
What?
I know that seems ridiculous. First of all, love the baby. Congratulations. But give us some context on a name like that.
Okay, so Archie is a very traditional name in the UK. The longer version is Archibald, but I think if he was actually had the full name, they would have stated that. Buckingham Palace would have said. So his name is Archie. Very cute, very sweet. And Mountbatten Windsor is a tradition surname for the royal family. So Windsor is their surname, and Mountbatten is like, they all have different titles depending on which area of the country they're from. So it is
traditionalism.
It's very traditional. It's just like having a double-barrel surname.
So walk me through this, Steph.
Yeah.
The name is Archie Harrison
Mountbatten
Windsor, the Earl of Dumbledore. That's a long name, bro.
Yeah.
Dumbledore or Dimber Duncan. I don't know what it is, but
I know.
Dog, come on.
I wish it was Dumbledore. How cool would that have been? At least you're named after a Harry Potter character.
Well, let's see. He met with our queen today, Elizabeth II, so she could make him a little prince. We will wait and see. But they met today, so.
How exciting.
So there's the first picture of them meeting.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's her 8th great great-grandchild. So congratulations
to the
everyone.
parents.
Absolutely.
And to Meghan Markle.
I mean, coming out in those heels.
Oh,
Ooh,
honey,
2
she
days
looks
later.
good.
Amy Schumer as well. We didn't forget about you.
I know,
either.
Amy.
We didn't forget about you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Well, DBL's Live will bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, our own Tori Shulman sits down with 80s actress Donna Mills. Is she down for a Knots Landing reboot? Find out in our special series, Classic Stars, Where Are They Now? Then a caught on camera surprise. One man will never forget. We'll show you what popped out the door that will send shivers down your spine. And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. The government wants to help protect you against those annoying debt collection calls. We're sharing your comments coming up next.
I am happy to say you won the Sandals Dream Vacation.
DBL Nation, this could be you. This May, Daily Blast Live is giving away another Sandals Luxury Included vacation. Just watch DBL every day for the word of the day. Then go to dailyblastlive.com/sandals to enter. The winner will be announced May 22nd. The next Sandals vacation winner could be you.
Hi guys, Kelly Schubert here with the DBL digital team. I'm tracking all the breaking and trending stories happening right now, and of course we will keep you updated on the shooting that happened here in Denver. We'll keep you updated on that. Really sad situation there though. Let's go to the desk and see what's going on over here. Hey guys, we still talking about the royal baby?
I need a moment, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Amy Schumer's baby because that baby's not getting enough
It's
publicity.
been shadowed over by Meghan the whole
Absolutely.
time.
You know what? I
It's
say we
different.
make them race. We make them race. We make them compete from now on.
That's going to be that baby's probably legacy, isn't it? It's always going to be like, what's Archie doing? What's Jean doing? So Jean's the name of the baby.
So Jean is the name. Jean Attell Fisher. Jean Adel Fisher. Attell. I don't.
Yeah.
So I thought.
think it's a cool name.
Which is cool because I mean, it's somewhat normal when it comes to Hollywood. It's not like Truth West or Northwest, East Coast, Kardashian West, you know? So I think it's pretty cool, but congratulations to Amy Schumer because I said it yesterday. I feel like I had a part in that pregnancy. I mean, I watched her on Instagram from the first story that I saw her post when she was talking about having morning sickness and the things that she was going through. I was like, oh, she's being really transparent about this pregnancy.
She
no
is.
makeup on,
She
that sort of
is.
thing. So I started watching every single video she started posting about the pregnancy. And now that Amy Schumer has had the baby, I feel like I'm an uncle.
That's hilarious.
After watching all of her Instagram stories,
Yeah,
so
she kept it real,
congratulations.
She
which
did.
we appreciate because, so much happens during pregnancy and we don't really talk about it.
Yeah, and I think as well, like when you see like Meghan and Kate, obviously down to their career, I mean, at the end of the day, it's their career, so if you're in the royal family, so when you see that kind of portrayed, sometimes it's very disillusioned to other women that, 2 days later, I'm going to be wandering around in heels and a little dress, whereas Amy, I think, has been very honest and like real about the whole situation, which I think is good.
Congrats, though.
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for Fifth Host when we talk about what you're talking about. The federal government wants to crack down on those annoying debt collector calls. A new proposal would limit calls to no more than 7 times a week. And if you do pick up the phone, they would have to wait a week before calling you again. Debt collection agencies would also be required to let you opt out of text messages and emails. But collectors say the calls are necessary. They're necessary reminders to be responsible and avoid debt. So DBL Nation, should the government regulate collection calls? Let's get right to your comments. I'll kick off the first one. Michelle from Facebook says, even once a day is a lot, considering they will continue to call from 100 different phone numbers anyway. I hear you, Michelle. I do think that it has gotten out of control. I see both sides on this one. As a small business owner, we have certain people that owe us debt, and as a small business, that can crush us, and it has actually crushed us. So if I were to hire a third party to go after our money, I would want to see our money. But I also understand that some people do this in an ulterior way to almost like reel you into another deal with a higher interest interest rate, and that to me should be illegal. So there should be some boundaries here.
All right. Marcos from Facebook says, well, if you don't like debt calls, stay out of debt. They are annoying for a reason. Agreed, Marco. It's a certain like 303 or 313 number from Indian Hills, Michigan that keeps calling me. Look, I don't know anybody in Indian Hills, Michigan, so stop calling me. Unless you're going to change your number to mama, I'm not picking up. But I understand. We had a thing in the locker room where we would say, pay your debts. So you just make sure you pay your debts.
Devin from Facebook says, can we totally dismantle student loan agencies?
Yeah.
When I was 18 years old, I couldn't get a mortgage loan or auto loan as easy as a student loan. I didn't even know what a loan was.
Exactly.
I mean, I obviously have come from England, so our way of student loans is very different. Never have I heard of a student loan ever doing anything with them writing you a letter. They write it maybe twice a year and just remind you, and it goes in the UK based on your salary, and they automatically deduct it as to how much you earn, so you don't get a choice in how much or how little you pay. But I think here, you know, I understand both sides. I understand Sam, where if you're a business or an independent freelancer and you need that money, that is, otherwise you're going to get in debt yourself. Yeah. Or I also understand from the person who maybe is in debt, is in financial difficulty, and maybe getting that call every day could send them into a mental situation, which would not be great.
Right.
So I think there needs to be a balance.
And
here.
it'd be great if we had proper education. Like at 19 years old, I didn't know the fine print of a credit card. So a lot of times we get into these situations of debt from the credit cards and the student loans because we're just trying to live and make it work in this economy. So I think this is a nuanced conversation, and we appreciate everything that you guys are writing in.
Absolutely.
Coming up on DBL, a man gets the shock of his life when he opens a door and something very unexpected answers. You gotta see it to believe it. Oh my gosh. And Knots Landing star Donna Mills chats one-on-one with Tori Shulman. She reveals what her favorite storyline was and weighs in on the Me Too movement. Don't miss the interview next.
Usually this is Tori Shulman who does this. She is out today, so I'm taking over this digital break. Let's get more into the fifth host because we only got to 3 comments. See what you guys are talking about. Are those bill collectors annoyingly calling you all the time? Yeah, they're calling me, so fall back, please. Daniel Morton says, right, because if you call someone the next day, they magically have that money. Agreed. Well, what if it was a Thursday and they got paid that Friday? We did Devin Lewis. Jeff McNeil, the second. Says, I just wish people could just respect telemarketers. They're just trying to support themselves and support their family while no commission is being made. They are human just like we are. Please respect them the same way you want to be treated. I get what you're saying. Don't call me asking for money I don't have right now. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just like being rude to like a flight attendant or something. Like that person's just doing their job. Peggy Singley Forster says, one bit of advice, call them before they call you, even if it's just to let them know you can't make a payment. Keep in contact with them regardless. They should not be able to harass anyone or their families with continuous phone calls. So anxious to see what happens with this bill, this law. All right, see you guys.
Welcome back to DBL. Before Desperate Housewives made us gasp, or This Is Us made us cry, there was Knots Landing. The 80s show packed plenty of drama into its 14-year run, and at the heart of all that drama was the smart and sultry Abby Cunningham, played by Donna Mills. Now, 26 years later, Donna is looking back on her Abby days. Our own Tori Shulman sat down with Donna at the Hollywood Museum in Los Angeles for part 1 of our series, Classic Stars, Where Are They Now?
What are you doing here? Because you look absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
you
thank
look
you.
incredible. You are 78 years old and you're killing it. So tell the DBL Nation what you're doing.
I adopted a child at 54. That keeps you young.
I was gonna say, that might be it. That might be it. Knots Landing was huge in the 80s. I wanna know when you first realized, oh, I'm on a hit show. This is huge.
I really wanted the role because I saw a breakdown and I said, that's the role I want. That's the role I need because I've been playing goody two-shoes. But when I went in to read for it, I thought it was a show about a houseboat with Andy Griffith.
That's an awesome idea for a show.
Knots Landing. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, sure.
I hadn't seen it. I went into the producers and I said, you know what? This show has to be serialized. You have to hook them each week. At the end, the ratings went up.
So you should get producer's credit is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Completely, exactly.
Yeah, right.
What is your most memorable Abby moment?
One of the things that stays with me most was the Olivia drug situation where my daughter starts taking drugs and I find out about it and how I dealt with her. One of the reasons it means so much to me is I got a lot of mail afterwards from moms saying, you showed me how to deal with it, thank you.
Yeah.
And that was very, very rewarding.
You came up through the Me Too movement. Did you find that people didn't take you seriously because of what you looked like and underestimated you?
Yeah, first of all, you had to work through the hands on you, you know, kind of.
Wow.
At that time, if I didn't like it, I'd go, stop that. Don't do that anymore. Don't ever do that again. That was it.
And that was all
done,
you needed.
over and done. They usually didn't come back for more if that's what you said.
I always think Abby Cunningham could be very successful in 2019 in a way, and I would love to see a Knots Landing reboot. Is there any way that's possible? Would you want to do that if there were one?
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yes! Okay, yes.
Of course.
Good.
If it were up to me, it'd have been done.
Right. When you left the show, did you feel like you were losing a part of you?
Yes, because that whole family that you have when you're doing a show like that, at that point the writers kind of didn't know what to do with Abby anymore, and I knew that wasn't good. And I wanted her to leave on a high note.
How about we write a letter?
Yeah.
Who would you like to write a letter to? My son.
Tell me about Carol the Bells and why it's so special to you.
Joey Travolta is the director and producer. For many, many years, he has been running camps around California that train disabled people to work in the film industry. 70% of the crew were disabled. These people were so happy that they were allowed to contribute.
Yes.
That they could work when they'd probably been told all their lives that they couldn't.
That's it. Well, as a daughter of a mother in a wheelchair, I thank you for that. I think that's absolutely wonderful and very fulfilling.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about some behind the scenes stories. I've heard about Ted Shackelford, that he was a bit of a prankster.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories you could share with the DBL Nation?
For some reason, we did a lot of shower scenes. You know, on my close-up, he'd drop his towel.
Do you still keep in touch with people from Knots?
I keep in touch particularly with Joan and Michelle.
Nice.
And we do keep in touch with Ted, too.
That's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't drop his towel, though.
Not anymore.
Okay, that's really good.
Damn.
That's much better. Well, as a beauty with brains, you paved the way, and I gotta say thank you so much for wanting to play someone with interest and some modern issues that people actually deal with. It is very inspiring and an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, unbelievable. If you were wondering what the dress behind Donna was, it's not an Abby dress. It's actually Donna's own dress, designed by Mark Zunino. She wore it to the Steve Chase Humanitarian Awards Gala in 2013, and of course, looked amazing. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
So T.I. and Tiny, Friends and Family Hustle is all about handling fame and balancing life with your loved ones. And we caught up with Toya Wright and her daughter, Reginae Carter, to talk about this new season. And here's what you can expect.
Okay. Hi, Raquel.
I can honestly say yes to that. Like, I've done reality shows in the past, and I would say that this one is totally different because, you know, this show is, it focused on building families up. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I admire about the production company and the whole show, you know, the cast and everything. You know, we have something going on. It's like things that are really going on in our lives, and we're always there for each other, and it's just a positive show all around. So make sure you tune in and watch it and see, you know, the crazy times we have, the fun times, the sad times. You know, this season is kind of like an emotional roller coaster, I will say that. I think you can connect to the show because it's a real family show, something that you can all relate to. I'm sure if you can't relate to me, you can relate to something T.I. and Tiny may be going through, something Monica may be going through, something LaToya may be going through. The teens can relate to Reginae, Zanique, Damani, Deja, you know. I feel like it's somebody on that show that you will identify with, and it can inspire and help you get through your situation. You know, it's a really, really good family TV show, and I think it was much needed. We would like to add, make sure you locked in to VH1 on Monday nights. The Family Hustle will be in your house. We're back. Season 2, so tune in.
Watch and win word is relax.
Welcome back to DBL. A doorbell camera captured the terrifying moment a snake attacked a man in Oklahoma. We want to warn you that this video may be disturbing for some to watch.
Ow! Kurt, take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital.
Jarrell Haywood was visiting a friend when the snake, which was wrapped around a porch light, lunged and bit him in the head. The man was taken to the hospital. He's doing just fine, probably because of his swift action. Take me to the hospital. Good for him.
I'm literally That is my worst fear. I'm petrified of snakes. It's awful.
We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys.